Hello and welcome to the Creator's Garden. I am called Harpy, and today we will be working on some potential PNGtuber art. So I've had this current form for quite a while, and I was thinking that perhaps for maybe next year, because let's be real, this is going to be a huge change, if anything, because I'm doing this all by myself. I'm not like hiring anyone else to make this because I don't have that kind of money. So I'm just gonna see what happens, and yeah, without further ado, let's move on to the main camera. And I might be doing some minor adjustments here and there. I've been like wondering if maybe the mic sensitivity isn't quite working. Let me see. Maybe if I put it over here, that could work. But yeah, as you can see, we are very much getting into the conceptual stages. So the plan for the new potential PNGtuber model is that instead of it being divided by like potential outfits like it is right now, like as you can see for this one, I can go between the Maid Cafe outfit, my Sleepy Time outfit, whoops, there's my Christmas outfit. My pink princess outfit. Oh, that's a spoiler. And yeah, my board form. But I don't know. I don't feel like I switch between them nearly as often. So I don't know. I feel like my model could be that much more dynamic. And this is all without just getting straight into like 3D VTuber models, cause I don't think I'm skilled enough to get into that. Quickly check, make sure everything's in working order, and then we'll start working more on the conceptualization stage. Yep, everything's working fine, of course. So one thing, for those who don't know, I use PNGtuber Plus for my model. And basically what I learned recently was that you can import like GIFs into it. So I was considering like to make it that much more like dynamic and animated, I'd start like implementing a few places that were GIFs instead of just any of the base rotation, squash or stretch type things that you can already do with PNGtuber Plus. Which is how, you know, my wings and tail are animated. I should also make sure that the live chat is open so that way I am able to see people. But yeah, I'm thinking at this point, if I'm gonna separate it into emotions, then I only need like a few key ranges of emotion. That also means that doing new outfits is going to be a bit less likely to happen, since, you know, if I were to add a new outfit onto the model, I would have to add an outfit for every single like instance of the model. So like, for instance, with my current one, I need to make basically 2 different outfits. Like, I need to make one for the base standing pose, and then I need to make one for the talking pose, because those are 2 completely different things, and you would like see different parts of the outfit depending on, you know, which it was. So that also kind of means that I need to figure out which outfit I'm gonna stick with. So there are a number of like classic outfits that I do have. Also just a sneaky little sticker show right here. But like, this was the original outfit that I had on. The red top with the purple skirt. That was originally the outfit I went with. And then I kind of went into more of a cottagecore phase, so it's more pink and flowery, that type of thing. But then I also have like this dark black and red hoodie. I am thinking that the new outfit that I am going to lean into probably should lean more into my base characteristics, which is more cottagecore princessy vibe. So closer to this, but more princessy. So we might have some like poofy sleeves going on. But yeah, hopefully the change in music won't be too bad. So far everything seems to be in working order, so I'm really hoping it stays that way. But if the stream goes dark, don't worry, it is probably just YouTube saying that no, you can't use that music. So I will just be changing it and hoping that it will change within the next 10-15 minutes or so. I don't know how it works. The last time it surprised me with saying no, you can't use that music, I was just kind of panicking and just completely stopped the stream and restarted. But hopefully this music is okay to use. But if it isn't, I will just return to the old playlist that I used last stream. And VOD watchers, you will have the opportunity to just completely skip past if it goes dark, so that's the beauty of being a VOD watcher. You know, maybe I should add Borbs onto my outfit. I think that could be cute. Just doing a very quick suggestion of where the talons end up. And that is another thing. One of these days, I will have, you know, proper talent showing, but not today. I believe I said when I reach 3,000 subscribers is when I plan on showing that off. I think by then I would definitely have quite the opportunity to do so. Just trying to think how I want to approach this. Especially this trim part right here. I'm not even sure if I want to keep that or if I want to do it in a different style. These are going to look like pink fluffy clouds kind of mixed with sakura petal type things on the trim down here. I think that's a good start. I'm kind of liking it so far, but you guys let me know in the comments if you're watching the VOD later what you think. It's kind of already similar to the pink princess outfit that I already have for this model. It's just I'm going to have to create now a whole bunch of different poses with it. And I should also probably settle on what colors I'm gonna end up using for that. Especially which colors I use where. I think maybe this could be the main color. This one for I think generally that's a good start. Here's Feather King. He's brought me some milk tea. So I think I'm pretty happy with the outfit. So I think now what I'll do is start on working on the expressions. And for the expressions, I think there's basically a maximum of 6 expressions I want. So thinking definitely like a neutral, happy type one. An annoyed one. Sad, thinking. A laughing one. And a confused one. At first I considered having one of these expressions just be one where I'm just drawing, but I wasn't too fond of having like one simply drawing idea, especially if I plan to like frequently switch in between poses to express different emotions, which I do have something in mind for that. Might be a little bit noisy, but it could work. The tough thing about figuring out the poses for the PNGtuber model is that I have to figure out like I have to think about how it's going to look on the screen and how that entire like view is going to look to everyone else. Like, as you can see with my current model, like when I'm not talking, I'm looking over towards, you know, where I'm drawing. But otherwise, you know, it's a pretty standard standing pose. With maybe a little bit of flair to like the hand motion and whatnot. So I'm going back and forth between whether or not I should like incorporate drawing materials in the pose itself or just have it more neutral. I'm thinking I should probably keep it neutral just like my current one. Just because I think that way it adds like a little bit more versatility overall, depending on what's on my camera. So probably no art utensils. Sometimes the borbs just like making themselves known. Which is another thing I'd like to do. Just have the borbs be more involved in the streams in general. Still trying to figure out a decent, happy, neutral pose. It's been a while since I heard this music. It's a little refreshing, changing things up every now and again. Hopefully things aren't too loud. But I suppose we'll see. Oh! Hello, Dope. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. I hope you're doing well. Let me guess, you're gonna eat and then work on some animation? Also, oh, it sounds fine to you? Awesome. Okay, cool. But yeah, currently I'm just working on the planning stages on a potential new PNGtuber model. I think the most daunting thing about it will be adding like a couple of parts where I want to put like some simple animated GIF type style parts on it. Like maybe like the feathery ear flicking type of thing. I think that could be nice. I considered like doing some more, like maybe some more active tail swishing, but I don't know. We'll see. You will? You just took a nap? You're gonna go animate now? Awesome. I wish you the best of luck on that. I did manage to go look at a couple of your logs and your animations though. Oh, and they're really good. Like, it's got me really curious about the stories you want to tell. Oh, time to stretch. Stretching my wings. Thank you, I've improved since I've started the audio logs. Yeah. I can definitely see it. I'm also going back and forth between which expressions are going to be my default. I'm going to have a maximum of 6 expressions that I like flip between. At least that's the plan for this future model. But it's just picking out which ones I think will be the most used, the most versatile. Yeah, it's a little tough. But yeah, here's a quick closer look at the page itself. At least I've settled on the outfit, which I'm happy with. Should I add accessories to it? I don't know about the accessories. But definitely the dress and definitely the crown. If you think if there should be any more accessories, let me know. Oh, you bought a canteen and you love it? Aw, that's awesome. Yeah, gotta get that hydration. Alrighty. Let's see. How do I want to go about this? Like I've said multiple times, I'm sure coming up with a pose is the most difficult part for basically any art piece that I've ever worked on. Whether it be for the PNGtuber models or just even, you know, posing characters in a panel for my comic, it is just trying to stick with one is so difficult because there are so many, like you could have the hand here, or you could have it here, or just slightly increment it that much, and it's like, but it's like you gotta pick a place. And then, even if you decide, okay, I want the hand here, okay, but do you want it like that, or like that, or like that? And it's like, are you facing it from this way, or from that way, or from there? You know? It's like you gotta pick an angle, and then it's like, oh, but what if it looks better in this angle or that? And then you have to conceptualize it, and it's, yeah. Let's see. Do I want props? That's another good question. Oh my goodness. And this is why I will probably not change my PNGtuber model until next year at the earliest. Because just coming up with this is difficult enough. Do you want to stream sometime this week? Probably Thursday? Oh, cool. I hope I managed to catch it. Maybe I'll just start doodling a whole bunch of random poses and see which ones speak to me. Do I prefer being called Harpy or Hikari? Just curious, don't know if anyone's asked before. And yeah, sorry for the confusion. So, the artist behind the PNGtuber is Hikari. However, Harpy is the name of the actual character that is the PNGtuber. So, while I am streaming, I do try to be as in character as possible. So, that being said, would prefer to be called Harpy. So while I am streaming, I am Harpy, I am the board princess, I am the guardian of Sanctus. But yes, that's why I also have it like in the pinned comment that I am Harpy. Thanks for answering, of course. I'm always open to questions because, let's be real, I am very, even though I've been doing streaming for a year, I still feel like I'm an absolute newbie at this. And, you know, for especially like in the beginning streams, I was still trying to find my footing, figure out how I wanted to present myself, how how these streams were going to go. And, you know, it started out initially that I was just like, even if you go back to like my way earliest streams, I was calling myself Hikari Harpy because this was supposed to be like a sort of avatar for myself. But much like a number of characters I've created, it sort of just became its own character on its own. So I figured, why not? We're scrapping the whole like avatar situation, and this is just a completely new character. I am acting as that character for the stream. I feel like a newbie for streaming too, don't worry. Yeah, that's fair. But in the year that I have been streaming, at least I figured out like how to do some of the more technical behind the scenes stuff of how to make things look nice. So I'm at least proud of that. It's just more about getting my branding, you know, consolidated and, you know, in an easy to digest way. Thank you, Feather King. And yes, he has brought me milk tea. Oh. What do you think, Feather King? Huh? Alright, off you go. Woo! We'll be seeing plenty of him, I'm sure. Oh, you called him back. He appreciates the compliment. Right, Feather King? He's a good Borb. that a custom plushie? Yeah, so full disclosure, a friend made it for me for my 200th video, and I asked if I could show him off, and they said yeah. So yeah, I now have a Borb that I can show off on stream. Yeah. It's gonna peck at my drawings. Ah. But yeah, I'm not, I don't suspect there'll be much in terms of like a finished product at the end of this stream. Mostly because I'm spending so much time just trying to figure out basic poses for everything. And I feel like I really have to get those down, so that way when I go to like actually draw them, then I'll be able to figure out how I want to split them apart into individual pieces so that I can, you know, rig and puppeteer them in PNGtuber Plus. That's amazing. It's well made. Yeah, thank you. I told my friend the same thing too. I love him so much. I don't even know what some of these poses are anymore. I already just made a doodle of one of going like, boy. And hello, Ferox. Been listening, but not here. It's okay. You can be lurking. Oh, you tried out the lore. And yeah. Actually, have I shown you the world map of Sanctus? Don't think so? Don't remember? Well, I can quickly show that off. Excuse the noise. My workspace is a little bit of a mess. But ta-da! Here is the world map of Sanctus. Just nicely fits the screen. That is wonderful. But yeah, short of it is, this is the high fantasy continent, this is the modern fantasy one, this is the survival horror one, and this is the sci-fi one. And basically, so far, all the comics that I have out right now, they all take place on this continent over here, where the high fantasy is. But you're gonna hear about, like, characters who come from other places, or have been to other places, and so on and so forth. The world of Taurus is a tidal-locked planet. What do you mean by tidal-locked? Like, does that mean, like, it's almost like One Piece, where it's like the majority of places are islands? So it's like the most you can do, like the most common way of getting around from point A to point B is by boat or by ship. Because, yeah, I'd say, like, for this continent here, most common way of getting around is either by foot or by, like, unicorn-drawn carriage. It doesn't spin on an axis like Earth, so one side is always cold and one is always hot. So, I see. It's more like Mercury then, right? But then, goodness, what does that mean for the seasons? How do you even survive on a planet like that? Maybe I should stop using the blue pencil because this really is an animation pencil because it's really hard to see on camera, and that's kind of the point of using the blue pencil for animation, so that you can, you know, do your sketches in blue and then do it over in proper pencil or ink on top of that. I am probably at the point where I should just go ahead and move on to a new page, actually. So I'm just gonna quickly show these off. I'm not even sure if I'm even close to like figuring out the poses I want. But this sketchbook is quickly running out of pages, so we might not be seeing this sketchbook for much longer. Oh, and there's the stretch. Life could survive, but not much. But your world is also a fantasy world with adapted creatures. That is fair. So what is it, like only icy tundra and volcanic? Is that like the two basic biomes that Taurus has? Plains and forests are in the middle of the planet, I see. May need to draw it out if you feel like it. It's your world, after all. Sound like Bob Ross now. It's your world. You can create it any way you want. Maybe in your world there live some happy little plains right there in the middle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like at this point I'm just making all sorts of like mini comic panel poses instead of actual PNGtuber model poses. Would be helpful if you draw it out one day, yeah. I mean, that's completely why I drew a world map of Sanctus, because otherwise there would be a whole bunch of ideas that I would have forgotten. So it's nice to have this sort of reference nearby to be like, oh yeah, I could do this, I could do that. Because there are so many places, and you know, the lore bit only covers like the continents. As you saw, there were like a couple like mini island places in the middle, and of course a couple of Arctic areas near the poles of the planet. And that's not even getting into potential underwater places. So, I am quickly realizing that these poses are not going anywhere fast. So, I'm thinking that at least to have the stream be a little bit satisfying, I will draw like a fully inked and colored illustration of Harpy at the very end. You need a new laptop soon? Yeah. It's gonna be tough. But I definitely wish you luck. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to get to work on that illustration. And yeah. So I hope you guys get some stretches in, get some snacks and drinks, take care of yourself in any way you need to. And as usual, the fishing minigame will be available, and you can also still summon Borbs so they can keep you company. But yeah, I will be right back, and take care. And I'm back, and what would you have voted? Also, why is that there? I thought I got rid of that. Well, guess I'm being temporarily hijacked by Slenderman, I suppose. It's alright. It'll go away. You would have voted for pirates? Okay. For this stream, that makes you my favorite. Ferox, I'm assuming you're the one who voted ninjas? And to that I say, how dare you? So, for those who might be too young to have known about the whole ninjas versus pirates debacle, back in the early weeaboo days, it's basically when, like, Naruto fans and One Piece fans were, like, at their height. So, they basically started a whole thing of pirates versus ninjas. And so it was one of those common, like, choose your side internet things. Out of pure silliness, of course. There was, like, there wasn't anyone actually, like, bashing, I don't think. Or if there were, they were a very small minority, but... But yeah, I was also on the pirate side of that, so yeah. It's one of those things, like pineapple on pizza, you know. It's just one of those silly internet questions. You know what you are. I should hope so. Anyways, one stretch. Excuse me. Bless you, thank you. Oh, goodness. It's just that time of year, I suppose. And I think that's about it. Just a little doodle of me enjoying some milk tea. I think that did solidify that I did want this this outfit to be my new default, though. Love your art. Thank you. Yeah. I'm starting to think that after Friday stream this week, I might be like taking a little bit of time off just to get the inspirational juices flowing again. But with that being said, I think we've just about reached the end of our time for this stream. It's a little bit shorter than usual, but you know, I think we still had some fun today. Just want to add a little bit of background. I think some nice grass would look cute. That I think I'll call it there. I understand. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you. And I hope you do too. That goes for everyone in chat and watching the VOD. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead. And as usual, if you enjoy my art or are interested in seeing more of the stories from the Snapdragon Club and the world of Sanctus, then I hope you'll consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. Super appreciate you. And if you're feeling super duper generous, we got the Ko-fi link right up there. You can buy me a boba. You can become a visitor of Sanctus and get a borb attributed to you, which shows up at the beginning of every stream. Or you can head over to the Ko-fi shop and get some stickers. And while there are some really cute Borb and Harpy stickers, there are also stickers of basically many of the major characters seen in the world of Sanctus. Aw, thank you so much for the hearts. I saw that. Runtime Town. Thank you. We always love coming to these streams. They're so charming and relaxing. Keep up the good work and hope to see you real soon. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm glad you enjoyed the streams. Sorry, I keep dropping things. But I'm glad that you find them relaxing. Something nice to, you know, listen to in the background. But yeah, I will be having a Friday stream where I continue working on my latest comic, which is The Actress's Tale. And with that being said, hope to see you guys there. So, see you later, guys. Bye. Have a good day. Oh, Kana, you're here? Go ahead and get a fishing in before I quit. Sorry, today was a really short stream today. But thank you for stopping by, Kana. And thank you for the head pats. I will do all of that once I end stream. Alright. You got your fishing in. You got a really big catch. That was all worth it. Alright, see you later. Bye.